Families melting down. Relationships crumbling. Brett and Kim Smith have been together for 10 years, married for 8, most of which have been happy enough, until the pressures of life started to reveal cracks.
We sort of went through a bit of a time during the first pregnancy where it wasn't quite so bad because we didn't have as much responsibility, as much debt at that stage, but then we bought another house, we had a larger debt, we had more responsibility. I got pregnant with baby number 2, and we just couldn't, financially we were really, really struggling.
And Kim and Brett aren't alone. Financial insecurity is a major stress on relationships, with the number of Australians experiencing it more than doubling in the last 2 years.
Really was the catalyst for us launching into this business now. In the finance company that I was running, I was seeing a lot more clients starting to come in with real problems, like financially, but then seeing that was also placing a lot of pressure on them as a couple.
People looking in might think, oh, they've got such a fantastic relationship and I'm really jealous of that, but inside the 4 walls it's a little bit different, and you don't really want everyone to see that, but unfortunately it's a fact of life, and not to be embarrassed about getting help.
And that's where Nathan and Sam Smith step in. The couple, who are not related to Brett and Kim Smith, saw a gap in the market.
Yeah, do you remember the exercises we did? How you set your goals? Got to really keep your focus on that. Keep the outcome in mind when you're working through this.
And based on their own experiences, have established a life coaching business to help couples through the tough times.
No matter what's going on in the outside of life, financial pressure or family pressure or pressure with your children or anything like that, that there is actually hope for a great relationship, and it doesn't have to be all serious, it can actually be fun. And so the working on your relationship is actually really, really worth it.
Rich Relationships is an online tool couples can use to work through their issues, and Nathan and Sam are also happy to meet with clients face to face to emphasise just how important it is that couples sit down and discuss their financial, relationship and life goals together.
Particularly in the investing field, I was seeing a lot of people where one partner would want to invest and the other wouldn't because they were a bit more cautious, which is okay while you're making money through those investments, but as soon as they collapse, suddenly there's a major point of difference there and, real argument. Whereas if using very simple strategies, you can get on the same page, and understand each other and be on the same journey so that whatever decisions you're making together.
If you think a couple has got a slight disagreement on how to spend their money in their family life, when you've got enough money to go around, you can kind of cope with that. But then as soon as money starts to get a little bit tight and one partner goes out and spends more money than they should or something like that, all of a sudden you've actually got a really big divisive problem.
And since the Smiths have been seeing the other Smiths, life and love couldn't be better.
Heaps better.
Oh, no, it's definitely better. Yeah, for sure.
A lot happier.
But things weren't too bad, but having spent a number of months with Nathan and Sam, it's just, it's definitely like a lot better. Much easier to actually communicate, much easier to actually spend time, with the boys and so on, and
find the time.
But pretty much like sort of look at life in a different way, but a much more sort of pleasing way.
I think just being grateful for what we've got, remembering what we've got, what we had, and building on that again, which has been, that's the whole reason why we fell in love in the first place.
For other couples finding their relationships are less than ideal, Nathan and Sam have this advice.
To have, specific time together, like to really focus your time together rather than just, you can have time where you're in the same room watching TV, or you can have specific time where you turn it off and talk about things or about how you're really going.